I'm live. I decided what I'm going to do for this video because I can't think of any. I don't know what else to do. I've been writing to my new MP. I've written 2 emails in 3 days. I'm going to read the emails because they pretty much sum up how it's going. There's poetry in it too, so I like poetry. If you like, it's hard. I don't know. I'm finding it hard to like anything right now. So it's what I wrote, just recently. Hi. I'm begging you as a member of parliament to stand now. Israel has started a ground force to kill as many starving people, men, women, skeletal children, as they can before scooping up whomever is left and dropping them in a civil war zone in Libya. Whatever goodness exists in our country, I live in Canada, which is built on the same dehumanizing colonialism, will be scarred and broken, further scarred, if we do nothing, or if we do not enough. There is so much to do. It is beyond late to sanction Israel. We need to stop selling anything to the US that they pass on to Israel. We need to stop Incas selling to Israel. We need to stop real estate companies in Canada illegally selling occupied land in Palestine. Again, there's so much we need to do to prove goodness exists. If you don't use your power to stop genocide, you will be complicit. Please, 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 give me some hope. Because yesterday I saw graffiti in a rest stop in Ross Creek, Alberta, that had the word Allah with an arrow pointing down the outhouse toilet. We are cooking up and feeding hatred to our youth. They are being promised a future of toil for little gain, and are seeing that fighting immigrants and non-white, non-Christian Canadians for scraps is a better bet to get what they need. That's a failure. I plan to contact you daily about this genocide, about this failure. I only have my voice. You have more power than me, and right now the powerful plan on stomping out our ability to speak against rank and obvious violence, ignorance, corruption. Please ask yourself if stopping a genocide is not why you have accumulated power. What are you accumulating power for? I will be calling, emailing, dropping off letters to your office. I need to see someone who represents me, putting up a fight for the soul of this world. I hope to think well of you. That's what I wrote yesterday. Hi. 14,000 babies dying in 48 hours. And all we get is a statement that implies there is a certain number of civilians, babies, above 0, dying a day that our government would tolerate and has been tolerating. And that somehow the problem is the pace of the death and the visibility of the starvation, because that's what all those leaked conversations between Israeli politicians show is we got to hide what we're doing. So it's not the killing, but footage exists that shows what the killing and soul survivoring looks and feels like. I saw an old man yesterday simply saying, I want some bread, I need some bread, and he's crying. This statement also keeps stating that we will do even more when We have done nothing concrete, yet promise further concrete actions. A statement that uses direct emotional phrasings when it comes to the agony of Israeli families, but piles exceptions and limitations to the other side. October 7th does not excuse genocide. Say the words, genocide, Palestine. Speak clearly. This genocide is not a war, is not a conflict. Speak clearly. Palestine exists. Why was it last year we allowed Israeli weaponry and military tech companies to come out to Alberta, where I live, to demonstrate how deadly the tech they have tested on Palestinians is? How thoroughly surveilled as Palestinians are, we could be. How guilt lessening the AI is to decide who to target. Why are Israeli real estate companies allowed to come to Canada to sell occupied land? Why are we allowing Incas to sell indirectly to Israel via the US? Why are we allowing Air Canada to continue to fly to Tel Aviv airport? Why are we allowing IDF soldiers to come to Canada without being arrested? I've seen the insides of too many kids. Hungry, pale, thirsty kids surrounded by their own viscera. Yesterday, I saw a video where a man is pushing an injured child in a wheelchair as they are being forced, again, to leave where they are for an even less safe trip to another unsafe part of Gaza. The man collapsed. The woman with him says that it would have been less cruel if they had already been killed. A death march, another death march, trail of tears for the new millennium. Didn't even make it through a quarter of this millennium without defending a powerful country's demand for perfect peace in the future, which is impossible to guarantee. Should I get to arrest my neighbor's toddlers because they might grow up to steal my catalytic converter 15 years from now? Carney's supposed sanctions will end up being more targeted than the drone attacks dropping incendiary material on tents. Last weekend was a camping weekend for many Canadians. How many of us were in tents for fun? I remember being 8 and going to the Pioneer campsite for a May-long weekend and seeing 32 deer in 3 days. Now that memory is bloodied. I'm never going to be able to look at a tent again without thinking about Israel being armed and supported by us to set people in tents aflame. They besieged and bombed another hospital. Well, the same hospital again. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm disabled from cancer treatment. I'm also a poet. How many times over would Israel kill me? How many times over would you let Israel kill me? Expansive sanctions now. Arms embargo now. Sending planes to drop food if it comes to that. It's come to that now. Just say, we're dropping food from these aircraft. Shoot us down and we are at war. I have, like most people, I have family who fought the Nazis. Some of them fought them to death. I have a relative whose bloodied uniform with his brain matter on it was sent to my great-grandmother. She got an apology from the head of the armed forces for that, by the way, because I come from a mouthy people and no, this is not right. My family who fought Nazis, some of them who fought to death, their coffin RPMs just keep increasing faster with each mealy-mouthed Western cowardice. If Israel is not your enemy because of its actions and words, you do not stand with goodness. I'm gonna end with a poem, I guess. I don't know what works to make our actions even catch up to Spain's, or what works to push us further than this half-assed statement that is beyond a year tardy. I will not stop speaking about this. If you want me to stop Israel. So these poems, I was in a car for 10 hours over the long weekend, and I just started writing some abecedarians. Abecedarian poems are A, B, C, D. I don't always start at A, but I go through the alphabet. And I just found it's a way, and these are Cassandra poems as well. That's Cassandra crying out again for someone to believe her. There's 8,000 trigger warnings on this. Foodless. Guts handcuffed. Israel keeps leaving mouths nutritionless O's. Palestine's queasy remedy. Stop this utter villainy, weakness, exceptionalism. Zionist antipathy bombs call decency, empathy. Yesterday, zealots abolished boycotting, canceling. Death eats fresh goose. Health is jerry-rigged kindling. Love, mercy, needs. Oil god percussions. Queen risk averse. Stop testing underhanded volleys, woeful excuses. Tomorrow's unctuous victuals worry ex-yes men. Zionists are back, conning, dead-eyed. Each fragmenting ghost haunts Israel, jailing kindergartners, lifelong maiming, no options, piss-taking quests, raping to death surgeons. Gristlingly hellish, gristlingly hellish, Israeli justifications keep leaving me nervy. Options. Put Quackster ringmasters somewhere totally underground. Vitality won't excuse your zonked Americanized barbarity, canker doom, end-run flippancy. Vicious wimps, extra yellow-bellied, zap ambulances because cowards demand easy fodder. Golem homunculus Israel, Jinx kingdom, let me neg or press questions, ram straight towards utopia. Palestine quarantined, read siege, to usurp voices, whalers, young zombies, all bombed. Can't delay everyone forge gallows hardiness. Israel juices killers, launders maelstrom, neutralizes outgroups. Opal plucked quarterbacks, rhyme stirs twist unending violence when excusing your Zionist ambiance. Battle courage dampens easily flung firepower. Gun kinky hellions, Israel jam packs kill shots, modern day Nakbas. Ordinary predictions quicken relapse. Staying tempted, upbeat vampires whack out excuses. Yeah, Zionists attack beauty, cooperation. Dead reckoning, eternally flippant, gross hate. Israelis joyfully kill more newborns. Liars, muddle mask, neophyte obstacles. Pending questions require some time. Underwhelm via wordsmithing, exceptionalism. Yippee-ki-yay Zionists almost big-stepping, curtly dithering, elbow-greasing famine, gut-rotting humanity. Is justice kaput? Solidarity. I hope this isn't discouraging, but I kind of wanted to read these letters because you can make emailing, you can make calling into something less rote, less expected. You can make a nuisance of yourself. You know, good trouble, get in some good trouble, be rascal. That's Rascal Cassandra is kind of how I'm processing some of this. But I'm so tired of It's not about my feelings. It's not about how much it hurts me. But it does hurt me. And I think it's hurting a lot of us. And I think I don't like to see humanity twisted into doing this. And I don't like to see this happening on other people. Like it's my birthday in 10 days. If this could get solved by then, thanks. We need to get food in there. I heard a rumor they sent fucking burial shrouds in the trucks. The ones they supposedly let in. I watched a video earlier with, sometimes I like to watch the BBC or LBC, whatever it's called, this radio with, it's very neoliberal. And a guy who has not lived in Israel, grew up in Israel, is in the UK now. He said what the Israelis need is love. I can't tell you how strange that the gall, the arrogance to think to expect love to come before reckoning, before atonement. And this was a guy who, like, you could kind of build a coalition with potentially. He is someone who seems to have questioned a lot of the Jewish exceptionalism that Israel has molded. I think in a comment somewhere I said it's like they're doing like shots of just exceptionalism. It's like American exceptionalism. It's the same shit. Anyways, that's what my mom says when she wants to end a phone call. Anyways, I hope this can help people, like, personalize these messages, send them as often as you can, use them to get the word out in different avenues, and don't fall back to positions that are going along to get along. There's a lot of premises that show up, like one group's future potential harm is more important than the actual harm happening right now to another group. Like, it's like we all know about potential and kinetic energy. Maybe we all don't all know that, but it's one of the few things that sticked in my craw from science class back in the day, grade 6, I think. And yeah, there's a reason we have 2 names for it. They're bringing up October 7th. No, sorry. We're not time travelers. If I could solve that, go back in time and solve that, I would. But guess what? Not a time traveler. Let's solve the shit that's happening right now. If not, fuck you, Israel. Come help Ireland during the potato famine. No one was, oh, you didn't exist, right? I love finding out things that are older than Israel. Is the Rubik's Cube older than Israel? It's close. I heard a trivia about Rubik's Cube recently. I'm obviously just procrastinating, stopping. Love to you all. Solidarity. Use your anger. Don't let it eat you. And now I figure out how to end stream. End stream. End stream again.